Alrighty, so we've calibrated this machine today. When you're watching this, we've actually tested the Kaiser sheepdog that I still have right here in front of me. I've already wrapped up the sing cut. The Kaiser sheepdog was it 62 and a half, 62 and 3/4, something like that. The sing cut, I don't know what model it was, and we have the CJRB, and the calibration was on the Kaiser sheepdog video. This all taking place within 10 minutes, just so you know. Trust it or don't. I'm sure there'll be somebody. Like I'm trying to sell some CJRBs, or trying to get you not to buy them. One way or the other. Anyway, he took this knife apart, so I'm assuming he doesn't want the hole showing on this knife, which is fine. If you guys ever send anything in, if you send it in, and it's excuse me. If you send it in and it is disassembled, I will get it back as far as possible. So it's AARP-9, some sort of spray form, almost powder metallurgy, but not quite. Larry Thomas has got a long video where he does some testing on it. I don't exactly know what all technologies is used on it. I've heard about the video. I haven't watched it, but I'm under the impression that CTS, like Carpenter Stills, they use some sort of spray form as well. I'm not sure if it's similar to that or not. This knife is coming in at 58 and a half. So it is CJRB Pyrite, and that is 58 and a half for AARP-9. And we'll finish this video up with a calibration, just so we know the calibration's still on. So we started the Kaiser with the calibration, and we'll finish this one with the calibration. And as always, we're looking for the number 63. That is our magic number. 63 is the Rockwell hardness of that test block. Our room is set up at 70 degrees, temperature controlled, which is critical for this machine to operate properly. Even the knife blades need to be 70 degrees, all that stuff as well. And we're actually, yeah, it's like 63 and a quarter. Let's test it again. Let's test it again. I'm gonna need a new block for too long. You know what sucks about that? Blocks are like $300. Looking for 63. It's 63 and a quarter again. Okay. Just a second. We got some screwdrivers. What we're going to do here is we're actually going in the top of the machine. We're going to unscrew 2 set screws. Man, I should have done that. Yeah. Just a second. back where we were. So now I'm going to relieve the tension. This ended up being a longer video, huh? Okay. Okay. Now let's line this thing straight up and down. It's hard to do on camera. Guys don't get to see me do too much of this calibration stuff on camera because it's boring. Let's see what we get this time. I have a feeling it might still be a little hard. On the hard side. We'll see. 63 on the money. There we go. So I actually got to see a calibration there. Sometimes that needle gets off of that 0, and the further it gets off the 0, I'm calling 0 C and B. And what that means is HRC scale is for hard steel. HRB scale is for plastics, I think. Like you can use this for plastics, and which you have to have a total different calibration block for that. Anyway, I guess you want to test the hardness of your G10 or your micarta or whatever like that. You can use the B scale in order to be able to do that. But anyway, for this, for the HRC, for hardened steel, we use the C scale. So the C up here is 0. Further away we get from that, you can make those little minor adjustments like this for a little while. But once you get a few points off one way or the other, you need to go back and calibrate the machine. It don't take that long. But this this video is longer than it should be. It should have been like a 3-minute video, just testing HRC. For those of you who are still here, you got to see a calibration in the works. So now, for those of you who are still here, let's go ahead and just a second. I want this to be as close to perfect. There we go. Let's test it again. Long and boring. Long and boring. But we'll poke this knife twice. Okay, 63 on the money. Now let's leave. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. It's off just a little bit, but I'm gonna call that. So okay, what I mean by it's off a little bit, the calibration's not off. It's reading 63 when it has applied pressure, but what is off is my little 0. Once that gets off a few points up there, I like to go ahead and redo everything. We've already poked it on this side. Frank, we're going to poke it on the other side just to get, a measurement. We're going to go a little bit closer to the pivot track. So what we had before, 58.5, 58 3/4, something like that. Let's see what it is now. 59.5. Okay. Frank, we're gonna poke this damn thing again. Give it a few seconds. This is closer to 60. Okay, we got 2 on one side and we got 1 on the other. This was 58.5, so this was our softest one. I'm poking this thing for a 4th time, Frank. I need to buy this knife from you, let me know. It may be a little softer on this side. I mean, it happens like that sometimes. We've seen that from way more expensive knives. That's about 59.5. Okay, so we were off by about a point on this knife. Okay. So it was reading about a point soft. So here we go. That's it, man. That's what I got for you. And I'm gonna redo the sink cut as well. Like, not redo it. I'm gonna splice in, another test. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you on the flip side.